Hello everyone, we are from Nihon Fushi University and Royal University of Phnom Penh. This is the overview of our presentation. First, I will talk about our motive. First of all, we research the meaning of inclusiveness on the internet. It means that people have the same purpose and share the same values. We think about our actions from the viewpoint of everything in our life. When we were discussing global issues, the water problem came to our mind. We think inclusiveness. What we have learned about the water problem and its solution. Next, let's look at the amount of water.
As we all know, 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered with water, but fresh water amounts to only 2.5%. Most of it is frozen and the rest cannot be used. So the amount of water we can use is only 0.01%. Now I will talk about population and water. Please look at the graph. In 2019, 9% of the world's population have to deal with water problems. In 2050, it will increase to 40%. Water shortage brings disputes, food shortages, and economic shortages. These kind of different problems are occurring around the world. Are there water problems in Cambodia as well?
Yes, there are also water problems in Cambodia. You see, in Cambodia, our major water sources come from rainwater, surface water, and groundwater. However, even with this plentiful water supply, we're still facing the issue of clean water shortages, particularly in the rural area. In fact, only 68% of the rural people have access to clean water. And the reason of this is because our water sources are either contaminated with viruses or we are lacking in infrastructure that can deliver the clean water to the rural people. But before we talk about what Cambodia has been doing to solve our water problem, let's see what the world is doing to solve the water issue.
I'm going to talk about what different countries around the world are doing to solve the water problem. Firstly, I'm going to talk about Singapore. Singapore, a country that is having a severe water shortage and imports 50% of its water to meet the demand. So they started this toilet to tap concept, or a company known as New Water, which purifies the water that's already been used. The other one is desalinated water. It is the process of removing salts and contaminants from the seawater or fresh water. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Libya, and Kuwait rely on this due to the lack of fresh water. It used to be expensive back then, but newer technologies have made it cheaper. And the last one is live straw. Live straw is a small portable water filter, as you can see here. It can simply decontaminate 99.99% of bacteria and parasites from water and guarantees it's fit for human consumption. Now I'm going to drink this dirty water with this live straw. Oh, it tastes okay. Actually, it tastes like a normal water. Live straw was also distributed during this natural disaster, which helped many victims to have access to safe drinking water. As you can see, live straw doesn't involve any kind of electrical energy. It can be used in any part of the world. Also, the live straw employs a simple filtration system with no involvement of chemicals, and it's easy to use. So these are the things that different countries around the world is doing to solve the water problem. Can you please tell us what Cambodia is doing to solve the water problem?
Sure. So in order to solve the water problems in Cambodia, Cambodia has introduced the national policy on rural water supplies and sanitation. The goal of this policy is to provide clean water to rural people by 2025. So what our government has been doing is that they have been working very closely with the private sectors and the NGO like the UNICEF in order to provide clean water supplies and sanitations to the rural people. In addition, The government also promotes inter-ministerial coordinations in providing water security. Currently, there are around 9 ministries who are working directly or indirectly in water management in Cambodia. In order to further show our effort in providing clean water, Cambodia has also localized the Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is on clean water and sanitation. In 2016, our government has spent $22 million of our government spending budget on the WASH program, or the Water, Sanitation and Hygiene program. And finally, Cambodia also welcomes any international assistance that could help us with water management and clean water. And the example of this can be found in the Miracle of Phnom Penh, which Hero will talk about this.
Kitakyushu City has been cooperating with JICA, providing water technologies to support Phnom Penh in Cambodia since 1993. They transported their technology to Phnom Penh water supply authorities in order to activate water facilities and enhance the maintenance and management of the staff. They have been helping the staff with policymaking about drinking water and installation of facilities. In 1993 in Phnom Penh, water waste such as water leakage was 70%, but in 2006, it became only 8%. This support is called the Miracle of Phnom Penh. In conclusion, it might be a common opinion, but we thought 3 ideas to solve water problems. Firstly, we can save water by controlling the volume of water during our daily use. Though it might not help the people in Africa, saving water in Japan will be beneficial to the environment. For example, by closing the tap after the use, reusing water, using rainfall water for washing dishes. Secondly, we should have an awareness-raising program in rural areas where people don't know the importance of clean water or the proper use of water. Also, we can introduce life straws to the people who don't know about it, as it is really useful during natural disasters. Lastly, we can participate in volunteer programs conducted by different NGOs and INGOs. Finally, our message. The main problem with people today is we tend to think that someone else should solve our problems for us. But in reality, we live on this planet and we are the ones who have to save it. If we don't do it, there's no one who will do it for us. So let's begin to save our planet together from today. Taking one small step together can make a big difference for the improvement of our planet. That is all of our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Remain standing, please. It is judging time. Are you ready? Let's go.
Lots of blue cards this time. Thank you.
Calm down, please. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please ask them now.
Okay, we have some questions. All right, good.
So it's a really good presentation, and I appreciate that. And so the question for me will be, so when you say that the first come to your mind with inclusiveness is water problem. So can you explain more about why inclusiveness have a connection between, and the water problem have a connection between them? Because I'm not quite understand about it.
Thank you very much for your question. That is a very good one, actually. When we think that water problems and inclusiveness is connected together, because when we talk about water problem, it's also relating to environment problem. And so it's not about your water or my water, but it's our water. So it's the water issue that we face together. So we should help each other in solving this issue as well. Yeah, thank you. I hope it would answer your question.
And I appreciate this answer. So, yeah, and that will be my question.